Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. That was very good. You did that really well. Nodding and that. Hi. Okay, we're here. I think it's really important to recognize that when you live in a community like Saratoga, that paying respect to the history and preserving history has to really go hand in hand with development. And that, preserving history is not only the buildings, but it's also the environment. All of that contributes so much to the well-being of a community. Well, one of my guests is a frequent guest here, Samantha Bosshart, who is the Executive Director of the Saratoga Preservation Foundation. Welcome back, Sam.
Thank you for having me.
And joining us today is Wendy Mahaney. I did say it right. Yay. Who is Manager for Sustainable Saratoga. Welcome, Wendy.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here. Let's just tell our viewers a bit about Sustainable Saratoga. What's the mission of Sustainable?
Yeah, so Sustainable Saratoga is a nonprofit organization, and we are really focused on how our personal decisions and actions, as well as those of our community and government, how they impact our natural environment, so our natural resources. And we do that through education and advocacy, and try to get the community involved in making better choices.
Boy, what a wonderful idea. People will always say to you, you become aware of a situation by first becoming aware of it. Yep. And when you do go out there and say to people, hey, you might not have thought of this, then it does tend to become a priority for them. Because, going back to what I said in the open, all of this contributes to the well-being of a community. It's one thing to see all this development and stuff, but it's another thing to see how is it actually affecting history? How is it affecting the environment? So Samantha, with Preservation Foundation, that mission is really to preserve.
Our mission is to preserve the historic architecture and heritage of Saratoga Springs, but we're always going to be an evolving community. And so how do we balance development with retaining what's so special about Saratoga?
Right, sure, because that uniqueness is the character, and the character is what separates us from many other communities, right? The wonderful collaboration between the two organizations. Next Tuesday night at Empire College, there's a panel discussion, a closer look at building heights. So, Wendy, tell me a bit about this. How did it come about?
Right, yeah. So it came about through a lot of discussions, both within our organizations, but also within the community about Saratoga's developing and how do we want the future of Saratoga, what do we want it to look like? And so it's really an educational opportunity to bring an international expert to come and talk about building design, particularly height, and then have our local experts there. So having people involved in planning and design and building these new buildings for an opportunity to interact with the public, and the public can ask questions and voice their concerns. Yeah.
Good. Who's on the panel, Sam?
Sonny Bonaccio, our well-known local developer who's done a lot of great projects in Saratoga. Then Matt Herf, he's of Frost Herf Architects, he's a local architect, and his firm have done a lot of infill buildings here in Saratoga. And then we have Kate Maynard, who is the principal planner with the city of Saratoga Springs. And then we have Doug Kerr, who is the chair of our advocacy committee. So he'll be sort of speaking about preservation as part of this whole discussion.
Is there a moderator?
Yes, Matt Veach, the current president of the Saratoga Springs Preservation Foundation, and so he'll be moderating.
The opportunity here, and we're on air every day, as you know, interviewing organizations and people and covering local news. And there's a very vibrant community. You just watch one of our Saratoga City Council meetings and you know how vibrant the public can be. So here's an opportunity for the public to interact. These are the key players that you're mentioning are going to be on this panel to get some of the questions answered. Sonny, I was talking to him recently about the building that they're putting up on Union. If ever there was a building that pays respect to the history of Saratoga to fit in with the environment and fit in with it. That's one of them, you know, yes. And there are probably plenty of examples like that, but also a lot of cautionary tales, I would imagine, too, about what to be careful for and how to strike that balance, right?
Exactly.
Good. I mean, I'm imagining you face this every day, right?
Right. I mean, you know, cities are growing, towns are growing, and it's balancing the environmental concerns, preserving the history and what's special about a town, and then also that economic pressure.
Yeah, always economic pressure, sure, how to do that. All right, it's that Empire. Is there any other way to describe that it's going to be an Empire State? Is it like a room, a certain room or something?
It's at 2 Union Avenue in room 126.
Oh, okay, good. Well, Empire State College anchors the corner of, what is that, Union and Circular.
Correct.
And so it's right there. You probably can't miss it. And great panel, 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, closer look at building heights. Hopefully the first of many in a series.
We shall see.
I hope so. Wendy, thank you for coming in. Very nice to meet you. Sam, great to see you as always.
Good to see you.
Happy New Year, everybody. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.